1300, June 13th. Seemed appropriate enough time to do another video. Actually, I wanted to do it an hour ago. Sorry about that. So I don't know what's going to happen. I thought we were going to have our climactic battle at Bartenstein, and we didn't. We didn't. Let me show you. So here's the mess that the Allies, the Russians and the Prussians, are in at Bartenstein. It will be recalled that the intention of Bennigsen was to attack this way and drive them from Bartenstein. And in fact, he had caught a fairly lightly defended Bartenstein unawares. The problem was these guys, the Prussians, had gotten there first and were marching in their orders. And the way the game works, the way history works, is you come to the battle in turns. Unless you're all laid out in advance, if you're going to attack, you only get the ones at the front. The front of the column deploys attacks. Then those behind them deploy and then can attack later. They didn't wait. They just started feeding in. And as a result, while some of while some of the Russians did very, very well, some of the Prussians took an absolute beating and were driven back, as did our guy Somov here, who is now at a 0 morale. So even though these reinforcements have come up, they didn't do a lot of good, and they allowed the opportunity for the French to escape. It was Napoleon's intent, his stated intent, to have Ney defend this line here, just south of this river crossing, and have everybody else come down here to Bischofstein, where they're now spread out everywhere, as you can tell. I've been botting Bessieres, as you know, and so he's over here sort of watching, but I'll probably have him move south chasing his own guard cavalry, which he loaned out earlier to Marat, and he'll just come on back down and join with Napoleon and everybody else. It is the intent of Bagration to keep going and hold and seize this river crossing, which he'll do quite easily because there's nobody there. That will still make it difficult for his guys until these guys start to camp, for these guys to come up, because let's not forget that Constantine, he has a 22.75 kilometer train. This is 10 kilometers. Do you see the problem? So we'll see. Bennigsen has issued an order for everyone to return to Eylau. Napoleon has issued an order for everyone to fall to Bischofstein. There's going to be pretty soon about 30 kilometers between the two armies. I guess we'll see. Meanwhile, just to keep track, Massena, doing his diligent best, has arrived at Bischofsburg. These boys in train. Soult has arrived at Rennes. Davout continues to march. His intention is to go through Ottelsberg and then this way. And Deir Gazan is still continuing his journey. The one battle I can talk about is here. We're at last deciding that, yep, they really weren't up to anything. Tolstoy has attacked Gudin here at Zambro. And in so doing, he's brought up his artillery reserve, and so he had a significant advantage, and he won. The battle will be his, and it'll be reported, but it's not a huge victory. He only beat him by 10, it was a 10-5 win. So yes, his morale is decreased. Yes, he's doing well, but I also should depict it a little better like this. Gudin has dug in. He's had plenty of time to dig in here, and so he does have some terrain advantages, although those will be disappearing after the next round. So a win there, but the only thing that Tolstoy can really threaten is Warsaw. He is far, far too far away from that to make any real threat in the time we have remaining. And these two armies have pulled completely apart. They've got less than a day and a half left in terms of the scenario. Right now as things stand, I'll put down a marker. This is a French strategic defeat. Yes, the Russians haven't done much, but they didn't have to. The French really needed... There's nothing here that I can see that would knock Alexander out of the war. So, well, I guess we'll find out. But 13